Hello, everybody. This is Qiancheng from the MDES program. So, before this presentation, I'm wondering how many of you have ever tried a virtual tour during your house hunting. I'm talking about this because this is closely related to the app I'm going to introduce today, the Polycam, which is a LiDAR and 3D scanner for both iOS and Android systems. Well, so what is LiDAR? LiDAR stands for the light detection and ranging. So depending on the sensor used, LiDAR scanning units can fire hundreds of thousands of pulses per second. These light waves bounce off objects and return to the LiDAR sensor. The sensor uses the time it takes for each pulses to return to calculate distance. Then each of these pulse laser measurements or returns can be processed into a 3D visualization. So Apple started to use LiDAR scanner for the product since iPhone 12 and iPad Pro 2020. And actually, this small black dot around your camera is the LiDAR scanner. So if you can find it on your cell phone, it means you should be able to use this app. And the reason I selected Polycam is because this is a very easy and hands-on tool for designers and artists. You can scan a space as well as an object. You can easily download and use it through your phone or iPad basically without any introduction or tutorial. And what's more, you can even share it to other users or edit your scanned object with other 3D software. Okay, so now let's see how this app works. First, I'm trying to scan my room. You can see the interface is really cool. It's already started building the 3D wireframe of my room, and uh, we need to wait until the blue area disappears, which indicates the scan is done. And after the scanning, it needs a little bit time to process and generate the final scan. So you can see that actually uh, some of the proportion is not that precise, but you can clearly see the texture of each object. Uh, it is a little bit weird that the light disappeared, maybe because it's too slim. Well, as I mentioned, I can not only scan a room, but also an object or even people. Like if you have a really handsome roommate, uh, you can just keep taking picture for him from different angles and using the Polycam object and photo mode. And after collected enough photo pictures, it can be uploaded and processing it to generate a 3D model. So now our Lucas is getting to a 3D virtual version. And also this app can directly help you uh, trim the object so you can get a clean model. And the model can be uploaded online, which means you can share it with other users. Like after uploaded, I can also download it from different devices. Like I was making the 3D model through my iPad, and now I can use my iPhone to download the 3D model and use the VR mode to display Lucas in my room. Of course, you can scale it and put wherever you want. If you think Lucas stinky, you can just take him to a shower, right? And after the shower, he might feel a little bit cold. So I'd like to put him into the oven to let him uh, feel a little bit warmer and dry. Okay, just kidding. So also, the most amazing part is that you can import your 3D model into other 3D softwares. Like I'm using Blender, and you can start it to editing it, and then you get a new virtual model, and you can keep using it and share it. So this is really amazing design tool for a designer or artist. Just imagine how many things you can do with it. And well, for the reviewing session, first I have to say Polycam is not a really precise 3D app. that it didn't have advanced mesh editing capabilities, and the scan result is not that accurate or precise, but it is really convenient. You can just use it with your iPhone or iPad, and you don't need to edit anything because it will automatically edit the mesh and trim the redundant part for you. And of course, most functions are free. And the best part, I think, it can share the model and you can keep editing it. And for the competitors, I would mention Matterport. As we mentioned at the beginning, the virtual house tour, most are made by this app because it has a more powerful AI and deep learning neural networks that build more precise model and the structure for the house. So it is really precise, but it's more specific for virtual house. So this is my presentation, and thank you everybody.